So we're going to start with building a website page for your loan officers. And to do that, once you're logged into the dashboard, you're going to click Website Content Page. And you're going to click Custom and Add New. This provides you a clean slate. You can name the button name the loan officer's name. In this line, it's going to be a subset or a back-end page, so the page name is going to be the loan officer's name with no spaces, and that's going to be the address. So it'll be your website / whatever the loan officer's name is. At this point, you're in a text editor for that particular page. Make that say whatever you like. Usually, loan officer's name. Change that to a heading 2 to give it some weight. This is going to be a bio for each loan officer, how long they've been in the business, what they specialize in. They can even use this for testimonials or additional information they want to provide about themselves and their clients, and incorporate whatever photo you want of that person. Along with that, contact information and the ability to provide them a way to develop a lead capture form specific for them. So ask Mark a question would be an example, or give more information. Along with that also, they can have an apply with them, or apply with Mark in this case. I'll show you how to get all that done. Basically, this is just going to be a bio, so I'm going to put your bio information, and again, it's just plain text. To incorporate the picture, you're going to click Image Manager, and once that person's image is included or uploaded, it's going to be there. You're going to right click the image, click Properties, Image Alignment, and if we want that to set on the left, you're going to click here. On the right, you'll click here, so I'll do that. That'll help the text wrap around the image. You can even adjust the size of the image there if you wish. Once you have all the bio information, you'll include phone number, email, any cell phone or whatever. And then to add a lead capture form specific for that person, you're going to scroll down, hit Client Data Capture, and Customize. And then you can even assign that to a marketing group relevant to that particular loan officer. That'll help keep those leads straight and be able to drip market out using our promoter piece within Pipeline ROI to be able to drip market out to that particular type of lead or that particular loan officer's leads. I'm going to build a custom lead capture form specifically for that loan officer, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to push this aside for just a second. Click on Lead Capture, Form Manager, and I'm going to build a new one. This is basically just contact information, so this is the name of the form. This is a space where you can simply provide instructions on what you're asking them for, so please include They'll send the lead notifications. The admin for your site is always going to receive a notification of any lead capture forms that get completed. In the event that you want to set that up for each loan officer, you're going to want that loan officer to receive that notification as well. Simply enter their email address here. That will allow them again to receive that notification. This defaults to business phone. I just delete that by clicking this blue button with the X and just change that to phone, because it doesn't matter which kind of phone it is. You're just wanting to make sure that you have the right one. So any button that has the grade check mark here is a required field. You're always going to require them to enter an email address. You may or may not choose to include the phone as a required field. I enjoy the ability to provide them a additional place to type in that question and make it easier for them to fill that out. So I click Add Group. It always pushes the previous fields down, and you can adjust that by dropping that using the green arrow. And for example, I'll just put questions or comments here. To expand this field to make the person have more space to type, you simply click this button with 3 lines, and that expands the field. So I'm going to hit save, and now I've built that lead capture form specifically for Mark, and that's in the list. Now I can come back over to my lead capture form, hit customize, and now that's in the list. I always push save and continue here. Reason being is you want to make sure that the alignment of the page is correct. And you're going to go back over to your wizard, my content. Here's your custom pages, and now that my Mark Schoonover page that I just created is active in the list. To make that page displayable on your site, check that box and hit save. And now I'll be able to see this page by typing in the address. Again, First Rate OK is my sample site. My page for that specific loan officer is Mark Schoonover. I hit enter, and there's my page. So here's the bio information, here's the contact information, and again my lead capture form specific for that particular loan officer. You simply replicate that for each loan officer that you have, provide them the ability to go in and edit that and add additional information whenever they like. And that's how you add a custom page for each loan officer. In this section, we're going to talk about setting up the loan application. There are several different ways to do that. You've got the ability to have a full 1003 or a quick app, which is basically just borrower, co-borrower, and HMDA information. The nice thing that we provide at Pipeline ROI is the ability for you to edit that loan application, because there are certain data points that you all, once you receive that information, there are disclosures that have to be sent. For the quick application, that's really well used in the event that you simply want to have a lead capture form but require them to create login credentials. The reason you want to do that is because you're securing that information compliant with TRID, and you're providing that person a way that later they can come in and even upload financial documents to you, last 2 years W-2s, the last 3 months bank statements, whatever those are. But you're providing them a way to set those credentials up, gather that information securely, and then provide them a way to log back in. We'll talk about setting up the loan app first. To do that, we're going to go to the Nurture tab and then click New Loan Apps. and then you're going to go to Configure Application. Once here, now you have two options. You have the full app and the quick app. As I said before, you have a way to edit the fields that are displayed here. You'll notice that on the quick app, any of the fields here that in the display field that have a green arrow you have the ability to display and or require that field. To show you how easy it is to remove that social security number, just uncheck the display box and uncheck the required box, and now that field will no longer even appear for them to fill out. If you want to list it as display but not required, you can do that as well. So to simply take that off, now we have enable the full application, enable the quick application, enable staff information. Enable the full app just provides them a way that they can select that they want to go ahead and complete the full application. If you want to make it where they can only fill out the quick application, simply uncheck that box. And the same thing for the quick application. When you do, you can see it removes it from the list here as well. We also provide three disclosures or initial disclosures prior to them ever getting to the point of the application. Enable the credit authorization, enable the Patriot Act disclosure, and enable the credit electronic disclosures authorization. If you have all three of those checked, they have to agree to those conditions prior to ever seeing the application. If they do not, it's a hard stop, and it will have a pop-up that person needs to call in and speak with the loan officer within your organization. Helps out a lot. And each of these, once they're agreed to, show up in the loan application record, and they are savable and printable for you all to be able to make sure that person has actually done that. So once that's done, you can go to customizable text, which is up here in this menu here, and now you can see that there are 4 things that you can edit. Enable the template the borrower receives after finishing the full application. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's an email that they receive that allows you to communicate with them. We default this to some pretty generic information. It's going to automatically pull the first and last name based upon the applicant, and your company name based upon your company file here, and again your company name here. Anytime that you're changing this, if you want to remove those, you can, but if you want to include additional information from their app, make sure that you include the $sign and the hashtag symbol relevant to the field that you're wanting to incorporate into that email template. You can change this. Again, this is just a text editor. So if you want to include here, now that you have completed the application, we will need additional information from you, including and there's where you're going to list your W-2s, your bank statements, whatever else you're going to need. It's a really quick and easy way for you to reach out and respond and prompt them to, now that we have the application, we're going to need this to get started. This is again editable, changeable whenever you like. Also for the quick application, exact same process. Simply click edit, make that say whatever you like. One thing that a lot of our customers fail to do, and that they should always be changed, is the text that appears on the finished page of the application. Again, exactly the same process. Once they complete the application, they're sent to a page on the website, and you can go in and change this as well. You can add those additional documents that you're going to need in the exact same way as before, and then hit save. When you do that and they complete that application, again, they immediately receive those instructions to go back to the website, click customer login, enter the same email address and password that they've created to upload those docs. When they do, I double click on that person's file, and now you have the Patriot Act disclosure, the electronic disclosures authorization, the credit authorization, and any additional documents are stored right here for you. Really expedites the process, makes it a lot easier and for the applicant, and also keeps everything organized for each of your loan officers. set up your company profile page, you're going to go to the editor, and here on step 1, it's going to say company information under your content portion on the left. Most of this will already be included once you purchase with us, because this comes from your customer record here at Pipeline ROI. However, if there's anything that you do need to edit, address information or whatever, you can go in and make sure that that's changed here. When you want to make sure that each of those loan officers have the contact information on their staff profile, click User Management under My Office, and then you have the list of users. Pipeline ROI comes with 10 available logins. Those can be loan officers, processors, whomever you want to give access to the information that's on the website. Each of those will have to have a login, and you can set them up here. So you can simply click Add User. It's going to default to the address for your company here, but if that's different, if you have an LO that works off-site or whatever you want to be able to change that to, you can do that here. The email address is going to be their login. If you want to set that password for them, you can, and they can then log in and change that to whatever, if that's a policy that your company provides. Great. As you're doing this, make sure that both of these buttons are clicked for loan officers that you want to appear on the drop-down list available for the loan application. Make sure that both of those are checked, and when you do, when they click loan application, it will then allow them to be in the list. Always include a headshot. It's always a good thing to do. Puts a face to a name. And then under the bottom part, you're going to make sure that you have not only the loan originator's NMLS number, but the company's NMLS and user privileges. As the admin, you have the ability to provide them access to the wizard. Accelerate is the promoter piece, the drip email. To have a single license for promoter comes with the platform. If you want that loan officer to be able to send out their own marketing pieces, you'll need to purchase an additional license for promoter. It allows that loan officer the autonomy to be able to market their services and your company's services independent from anybody else. Again, it's kind of a decision that your company gets to make. And then, of course, you're going to probably not, as the admin, want that user management privilege to be provided to each loan officer. I would just probably suggest just wizard. Once that's done, just simply click Save, and all that's complete. To add loan-specific or loan type-specific content to your website, and I strongly suggest that you do, it provides a menu of the types of loans that your company niche markets are in. We have several clients that do USDA or rural development loans. That might not be applicable for your company, but if it is, or any niche markets, reverse mortgages, or whatever those happen to be. Again, we provide a lot of content relevant to loan-specific government loan programs, whether those are FHA, VA, USDA. We have specific pages for first-time home buyers, reverse mortgages, and refinancing. If you have a loan program that we don't have, Jumbo is a good example. I'm going to go click website content page. Again, I'm going to be building a page from scratch, so I'm going to go to Custom Page, Add New, and again, the button name is going to be Jumbo Loans. Make certain that this page, or that this field, if there's more than one word, that there are no spaces. And you probably already have content available that you can simply copy and paste. I suggest you do that. It's going to save you time, but when you do so, make certain that you click this button for the paste options and select paste as plain text. The advantage that brings you is it removes all the formatting, because that might have been done in Word or something else, and that this provides you a way to keep the content font the same throughout the site. It flows better, it looks the same, and it makes certain that that information is available for each of your loan types. Once you do that, and you've completed that, you can go to Organize Content, and simply that will be here. So if I wanted to have this VA loans show up under a loan types header at the site, I can simply drag that up and put that in the list under my loan types. And now when I go to the site, I'm going to have a header that says loan types, and then there's my list of loans that I have available to them. Hit save, and you're done.